Hey everybody, this is Eric from Bushco Contracting with another helpful hint, hopefully, for people who are trying to paint their baseboards and trim on their house after they paint their wall. This tip is to help you. So let's say you've already painted your wall, and you know when you go to paint this trim down here, you know you get a squiggly line because you're trying to cut in that top piece, you know, and it just, not a very steady hand. You end up with paint up on the wall, and then you got to come back and cut the wall color back in so there's a nice straight line. Well, as you can see here, what we've done is I've taken a piece of inch and a half tape, and I've set it right on top of this baseboard, okay, and I've pushed it along with my finger against the wall, okay, the full length, okay, rubbing it down, make sure that it's nice and tight. You don't want it to overlap onto your baseboard. Just kind of set it right on top and then just push it to the wall. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some caulking, and you just take a little bead of caulking and you run a small bead of caulking right on the top of that baseboard, right against that tape. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger, and you don't have to worry about being pretty about it. Just smash it down right on top of that baseboard. You don't want to get it all over the face of it. Just make sure that it smashes down on the very top of the baseboard, and it can go right against that tape. It doesn't have to look pretty. Let me get a rag here. Wipe off my finger. Wipe the excess caulking off. And as you can see, I mean, there's caulking up on the tape. No big deal. Just rub it off with your finger. Okay, the whole thing is you want to make sure this caulking is pushed down on the top. Now you can see this edge right here. This is up on the tape. Doesn't matter. So we've just taken the caulking and rubbed it right on the top of that baseboard. What that does is it seals the edge of that tape, so paint, when you paint that top edge, it can't crawl underneath the tape and bleed onto the wall. So now your tape is sealed. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we'll come over here and get some paint. Okay, come over and get your paint. Now, this makes it real easy because you ain't got to be no kind of really a professional. You dip your brush in there, get some paint, and what you want to do, just don't worry about it. Let it hit the tape. Just rub it right on the top of there. Okay, nice and heavy. And okay, and then kind of lay it off. What I mean by lay it off is just once you put paint on there, just kind of go over it one time, and then you're going to go ahead and leave that tape on there. You've already cut in that top edge. Let's paint this bottom edge. Okay. Put a nice good coat on your baseboard. Kind of hard to do to hold a phone and do this. Now you lay the whole thing off. Remember, you put the paint on. Now you're just gonna kind of lay it off. All right. Now when you're done, grab that tape. Put it in your bucket over here. Always keep a bucket with you. And now you got a nice clean edge. No paint bleed. And when that dries in, it'll be perfect. There you go. Hope this helped you guys. Alright, if you have any questions, inbox me or go to YouTube under Bushco Contracting. Look at our videos. Hit like and pass this on. Thanks guys. We'll talk to you later.